everyone, I am Dr. Nisha Kumari, Assistant Professor at School of Business, Aditya University. Today we are going to discuss about problem statement in design thinking. By the end of this particular session, you will be able to understand what is the meaning of problem statement and why it is mandatory to create good problem statement, and what are the characteristics of the good problem statement, and how to create the problem statement by using the point of view format. So in the previous classes we discussed the design thinking process. So first one was you are going to empathize. After empathizes, the second process was your define. So while we're talking about the define, here come up your problem statement, because in the defining stage we are going to specifically mention the concrete problem statement to understand who is the user, what is the need of the user, and why that particular need is existing. So when we talk about the problem statement, it is a clear and concise descriptions of the user's challenge or the pain points or the unmet need which we identified during the first stage of the design thinking process, that is empathizing. During the empathy research, what we identify, what problem we identify, we are going to create, or we are going to mention in a one concise and clear problem statement. So the problem statement, it helps in translating the user's insights into the focused design challenge. Rather than coming up with the generalized problem, we are going to come up with the concise description of the problem of the users, and for that particular concise problem we are going to generate the solution. So it helps, that defining stage helps in identifying the specific problem or the pain point, and which we can solve through our creative idea or the innovative idea. Why problem statement is needed, or why it's very important to create the problem statement? Because first thing, it helps in preventing the solving the wrong problem. Why? Because in problem statement what is happening, who is the user, what the user needs, and why this particular need is existing, we are going to talk about. So what will be happening, it will help us to prevent the solving the wrong problem, and it helps in going in a correct path or the correct direction. Then it aligns the team around users need. The different teams which we are having, design teams, your technical teams, your manufacturing teams, or your marketing team. So all those teams are going to work in a aligned manner to solve or to address a particular user need or the problem which they identify through the empathy research. Then it helps or it guides in ideation and innovation, as it's going to mention the specific why that particular need is existing. The existence of particular need we are able to understand, so it will help in you generating, or it will help you in come up with some kind of creative ideas or the innovative ideas. Again, it encourages human-centered thinking. The entire core of design thinking is that it is human-centered. So whatever the step which we are taking, it is in and around of the human-centered. So when we talk about the problem statement, it encourages the human-centered thinking, where we are going to talk about the why that particular need is existing and who is the user, correct? And then it improves the quality of the solutions by identifying the specific impact, specific root cause, and specific customer. It helps in refining, or it helps in generating more better ideas or the solutions for that particular problem. So when we talk about the problem statement, it should be clear and concise. It should be it helps in you ideation and innovation. And while we are creating the problem statement, it helps us to address the specific and correct solution rather than roaming in and around of a generalized problem. So if we are not able to create, or if we are not able to define the problem of the user specifically, what will be happening, we will not be able to get the solutions, and it will lead to the failure of the idea which we came up. Now what are the characteristics of a good problem statement? First one is, it should be human centered. Again, the components which we discussed, like in a problem statement, what is there, we spoke about the who the user is. and what the user needs and why this particular needs is existing. So when we talk about human centered, we has to be focused on about the users, not the organization. We are not going to talk about that the organization want to introduce so and so product or the service. We are going to mention this particular customer, this particular category of the customer is facing so and so problem because of so and so reason. So that's why we are focusing on the users, not the organization. Then second one, it should be specific, not restrictive. Means we are not going to mention that it is very crowded. We are going to mention why it is crowded and who are the customers or the users which are facing the problem because of that crowd, and what is the reason or what is the impact of that particular crowd. Okay. Then insight driven, not assumption based. It should be based on the facts or the evidence or the data which we collected, not assumed. For example, in the first step, we followed the empathy research, and in that empathy research, what happened? We collected the certain data by using some structured tools and we analyzed those data. So again your problem statement should be come up with that particular facts or the evidence, not based on the generalized assumptions. For example, if we are seeing that in the queue people are standing and suddenly the last two people, they jumped and they cut the queue and they came in the front. So we simply assume that they are having not any civic sense or they are bad in the manners. But we, rather than understanding or by going in the depth what was the reason of them, might be it can be an emergency, correct, but we didn't spoke to them, we didn't spoke to any of the person who were in that particular scenario. We simply assumed by seeing that they are cutting the queue that they are not having civic sense. So it should not, the problem statement should not be based on your assumption, it should be based on the data which we collected at the first stage during the AMP research. And your problem statement, it should be more action oriented and it should encourage more to come up with the multiple solutions rather than simply stating the problem like that XYZ person is having headache. Now what to do with that headache? So your problem statement should be like that it is going to encourage the multiple, to generate the multiple solutions. So the components, the basic components which helps in creating the best or like better problem statement which is going to guide you to generate the creative and innovative solutions. The three major components are, first one, users, need and insight. So when we talk about the users, here we are going to talk about the specific group of people which we are trying to help as an entrepreneur or as the organization whom we are going to address, whose problem we are addressing. So this will come under your first part, users. Second part is the goal or the need. What is the, like, why this particular need is there, the which user wants to achieve, what is the need. And then insight, the deeper reason behind the need, why that particular need is required, why that particular thing they need. So if we see here example, simply if you are simply mentioning billing is slow. So by billing is slow, what anyone or what any entrepreneur can understand, billing is slow. That is the half statement, correct. But when we talk about the proper problem statement, the shoppers need faster checkout because waiting time causes frustration. While after doing shopping, when people are standing in the queue and they are continuously waiting at a longer queue, what is happening? They are getting frustrated. So that's why we need the user needs. Right? You're talking about whom? Users. The users need the faster checkout because waiting time causing them frustration. So in this particular statement, shoppers are the users. Okay. The need is that faster checkout, and insight is means why that particular need is there, because it is creating the frustration among them. Then second example, app is confusing. Now again app is confusing. For whom this particular app is confusing, why it is confusing, what is the reason behind it, we don't know. Simply we mention app is confusing. So how we are going to identify the error or the bug into that? So if the statement is like that, elderly user needs simpler navigation because complex interfaces reduce confidence. So here the users will be your elderly peoples. Simpler navigation is the need, and the reduction in the confidence is your insight. So usually what happens, for example, if we talk about the LIC people, correct? So previously in starting when the computer came into the picture, there are so many people who were not know how to use the computers to do their work. And because the era was shifting towards the technology, LIC people introduced that each and every employee has to understand how to use the computer to perform their operations. Now what happened? The people who were young and who were ready to learn, the learning mindset, the people irrespective of their ages, they learned it, and because of that they stayed in that particular corporation. But the people who were not ready to learn, or the people who were not able to understand the complex nature of the computers, they would got laid off. So here, based on the different parameters, we are going to understand the user's need. So here what is happening in this particular case, that elderly people they need simpler navigation, because while they are using some kind of complex app, if you can see your fathers or the grandparents, what happens, they are hesitating to use the phone pay itself only. Why? Because they are having some kind of fear or some kind of anxiety that if they will click on some wrong options, might be they will lose their money. So because of that kind of thing only, we need more simpler apps which our elders also can utilize. So that's why your problem statement should be like where we are able to identify who is the user, what is the need of that particular user, and why that need is there. What is the reason behind that particular need? Again, you can see this particular problem example, that busy working parents need a single dashboard to track children's school updates, because checking 4 different apps every morning causes frustration and missed information. Because they are now again, who are the need users here? Working parents. And what they want? Single dashboard in the particular app. And why? Because they are busy in the working, and every morning to track their children's update, they has to go through the different apps, and because of that it's causing the frustration, and sometimes they are missing some certain or crucial information which they are really needed for tracking their children's. So again, the problem statement is the foundation. It is the foundation to generate the ideas. Now unless if we are not having the clarity for what reason and for whom we are creating the ideas, we are working on a wrong path, and at the end there are 99% chances that our idea is going to fail, because in the starting only we were not able to understand our users, who are the users, what is the need which they are having, and why this need is there. Might be sometimes if you will simply assume that I want XYZ thing, but that need is not there. For example, we are having i20 car, but now we are desiring that we want BMW. Now that BMW is not needed, but simply it's our desire. So we have problem statement, the correct problem statement helps you understanding whether it's a real need, the real problem they are facing, or real pain points or the challenges the users are facing, or it's just their desire. And because of that, again, design thinking helps in balancing the desirability and the viability. So why the problem statement is required? Because to take the external stages or external ideas or the solutions to solve the particular problem, and it helps in driving the innovation, and it clearly defines who is the users, what is their need, and what is the cause of that particular need. And it helps in defining the problems based on the research, and by understanding the users in depth and leading the team to come up with the creative and innovative solutions. And it helps in strong framing problems. It helps in you bringing the quality solutions rather than generalized solutions. Thank you.